Get a day start. We have gathered here to discuss a question which is of crucial importance to our future. No single program more intimately affects so many millions of our people than land reform. No other measure is remotely comparable in its power to transform their lives, to release their latent energies, and to give them not only economic betterment but hope in their future and their children's future, confidence in themselves as human beings, and equally important, faith in our democratic process. The sincerity and speed with which we implement land reforms will, of course, materially influence the overall rate of our economic growth. However, I feel that much more than this is at stake. What is on test is nothing less than the justice of our political system and its ability to bring about far reaching social transformation in a humane and peaceful manner. Recent technological developments and the spread of the high yielding varieties program have increased inequalities of income in the countryside and has produced even greater disparity between landowners and tenants. It would be a complete misreading of the situation to think that the productive gains of the new technology have rendered land reforms less urgent. In my letter to the chief ministers, to which honorable member referred, I mentioned how small cultivators have been left behind. Most of these problems have already been mentioned, but I think I will repeat some of them. The position of the unproductive tenants and sharecroppers has been aggravated by the rise in rents and the large scale resumption of land by owners lured by the high profits of the new agriculture. In the long run, the very foundations of agricultural development will be undermined if millions of tenants and sharecroppers are denied security of tenure in the land they cultivate. In spite of legal protection, it is well known that cultivators belong to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes have been disposed of their land by money lenders and others. Tenants have been downgraded to the status of sharecroppers and sharecroppers reduced to the position of landless laborers. All this has produced a growing current of discontent in the countryside, which has occasionally erupted into violence. These are dangerous trends. Certain constitutional amendments which the honorable member has mentioned were carried through to reduce litigation, but problems are still there.